So now they're in the hallway, and apparently they get sent to the office. So they go to the office, and the office lets them know you cannot be in here. You have to go back into your class. Let your teacher know that you have to be let back in. So her and the other student start walking back towards the classroom, and the teacher is standing in the hallway. So as they approach him and start to tell him that they said they have to be let back in the classroom, he starts telling them to shut up. First of all, do not tell my kid to shut up. Do not speak to her like that. So she's like still trying to explain herself, and he's continuously telling them to shut up. So now the other student is trying to speak to him as well and is telling him, don't tell me to shut up. And he continuously says to shut up. You talk too much. Shut up. You don't know how to be quiet. So Saige is standing there looking very confused, like, hold on. So then as she proceeds to tell him to read the assistant principal's email, he's telling her to shut up. And she was like, but they said you have to let us back in the class. And he said to shut up. And he doesn't care what they said. Tell them that I said no. First of all, that is not the conversation you should have with the kid. If the office is telling them to be let back in the classroom, you call the office. You don't proceed to tell that kid to shut up and that telling the kid to go back to the other adult. And like, this is disgusting. And this is the problem I have. I always tell the schools that I teach my kids to be respectful. But there's this little pet peeve I have of mine that just because you're an adult, you don't get to talk to a kid however you want. Because then when the kid is disrespectful to you, it's a problem. I am a firm believer of respect goes both ways.